5 Jan Michael Vincents. We've got Ember Spirit playing Master Z34. Centaur Warrunner, that's going to be Darth Heisenberg. Juggernaut handled by Delta. And then finally Baba Jolie going to be playing the Coddle this time around. Meanwhile, for the Dara side, for hot singles in your area, we've got Libby playing the Witch Doctor. Monkey playing with his hair. It's kind of cute that he just keeps on playing with the Witch Doctor's very small amount of hair. Like really concerned with it as well. Alchemist played by Rock. He's actually going top, which means that we're going to see Morphling in the mid lane played by Yoshi. Lion, that's going to be Sir Royce. And then finally, Era will be handled by, we'll handle the Bristleback over at bottom.
The battle begins.
So here we go. We've got our game starting. Libby seems to be starting out quite a bit in the mid lane. He's still got his 2 observer wards to start. Probably might want to put those on the map at some point. But, you know, I used to say that holding a wards gives you stats. It doesn't. It's actually not too much of a benefit of holding the wards, but they put one on the Dara side of the map, and Morphling starts with the denies out onto the Ember Spirit and his first last hit. It's already life kind of difficult for Ember Spirit. Are those rapiers that he has already? Oh no. B-God rapiers. Somebody needs to report Master Z34 for having rapiers so early into the game. We'll see how Rock actually does in this lane against the Centaur. Centaur can put some pressure onto him early, but Lion's actually already got boots. So it's actually going to be pretty difficult for the range side to work with here with how fast he moves at 335 move speed. The return isn't really something that he wants to do here, or wants to try to play against, but I guess he's going to get his Tranquil boost kind of soon. Abaddon Centaur on the top lane, that's going to be kind of difficult to work against with the A5 shield and the double edge coming in with some damage. They kind of have to work on their levels a little bit here, but I'll have to see. Yoshi trying to play up against the Ember Spirit a little bit. There is the actual Searing Chains coming out. Adaptive Strike early, but Yoshi isn't going to fall down to just 5 HP. But Master couldn't really dive that. Meanwhile, at top, Aphotic Shield keeping Darth Heisenberg alive for just a little bit longer. Against this now dual lane, but kind of tri-lane. We'll be getting low. Both heroes in mid forced to go for this shrine. This Ember Spirit hasn't been doing too great against Morphling. Is that actually a different icon? I can't check with the cooldown over it. What are his cosmetics? That looks like a different ability icon. Yeah, I guess it is with the fish scales. Well, in any case, a couple of interesting combos here. Master Z34 again putting some damage out into the Morphling. He's got level 2, I believe, into the Flame Shield right now. Meanwhile, at bottom, it's Bristleback against Juggernaut, and Juggernaut seems to be doing pretty okay here. Bristleback only at 4 last hits so far. Hasn't really been able to get started out at all. Master Z34 right up against Yoshi. And takes the Flame Shield off of him. Still not a whole lot happening in the early game. Still not really sure what I want to talk about here. Ember Spirit has received a couple of nerfs regarding the spell amplification that he gets early. Also, the Veil of Discord, I don't think is... I mean, still generally the viable pickup on him. Sir Royce gets over to mid, does some damage to Ember Spirit, I believe. Oh, he only wants Stout Shield, not PMS. That's a bit interesting. Alchemist still doing well at top, though. He might find it more difficult to get levels here. He's got Greevil's Greed level 1, and he's gone 1-1-1, which is the utility build. Could help his team out a little bit. Something the Radiant side are going to have to be worried about is when there's only the range creep left in their lane. Lion gets the Senate out on the center. There's the coconut getting thrown out as well. They'll pop the shield and take a little bit of mana off of him, but not all that much. Meanwhile, Coddle doing the same sort of thing over to the Bristleback at bottom, and he just turns his back right over to Coddle. 2 stacks of the Bristles already on Juggernaut, so he doesn't want to actually move in on the Bristleback while the mana leak is on him. Just makes it so the Bristleback's mobility around the lane is kind of limited. But here comes the rotation down the bottom. Morphling's ready with the Invisor, and that's me the first blood with the Bristleback. Gain that last bit of the spikes out there to kill off Delta. And he may have been last hitting kind of well in this lane for the first part. Oh, yeah, Eric can't chase through that. It's the mana leak on him, and Juggernaut's going to get back into the lane pretty soon. Trying to get some value out of the Arcana that he's got. Is that... No, there's no rune actually there. It's 5 minutes in. Now Alchemist playing against a duo lane pretty much by himself. So he is getting more levels, but his access to farm isn't as good. Still at the top of the last hits for now. And at mid, Lion's taking a couple of interesting paths to try to get up on the Ember Spirit. His build actually. I want to talk about this a little bit. So he's gone for a level into the mana drain. I guess it was the boost of speed start that made him unable to pick up any kind of mana regen. But we'll see, since a lot of players realize that it's not that effective at level 1, you get 20 mana per second. It costs you 10 to use. So you get effectiveness of 90 mana, which isn't even enough for an Earthspike. Also, your Hex, if you take a look at it, it's, I think, a better range at level 1 than the Earthspike. So in most situations, you'll see people leveling up the Hex instead. And also for going levels on the mana drain early. So I wonder if there's actually a reason for this, or if he just likes to throw that out. And you see him throwing out the Earthspike right there, not getting a whole lot of value out of it. So I'm interested to see if there's kind of a reasoning behind that, but otherwise I would kind of suggest that you go for the Hex first, since it does have a bit better range at level 1. And I think the duration might be longer as well. Yeah, the duration is longer by, if you look at this, 1.4 seconds at level 1. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Morphling is taken rather low, but can't quite get killed off by the Mist Coil. Although he didn't miss the coil, it's just called Mist Coil. I haven't really talked about builds too much this match, but that's something that kind of stands out for me. Build on the Coddle is to get level into Mana Leak. No, I haven't observed it myself, but apparently some Coddles are deeming it necessary to skip levels into Mana Leak early. Double Edge to Sir Royus. If he had the A5 shield on him, that could have been a kill. Taken down to 160 health after that one, but the Tranquil Boots are still going. So he doesn't seem to mind too much at all. Omnislash to a Bristleback. Now Juggernaut spinning. He might have to go underneath the tower for this one. Aaron needs a little bit more time for the Bristleback. Oh, is he going to get it? Answer's no. But I think that Juggernaut's still dead. Waveform through, and Morphling is going to kill him. Meanwhile, nothing else is happening, actually. We still have a Witch Doctor finding some levels at mid. He's at level 4 right now. And now he picks up the Invis rune, could go for the top lane. Earthspike out onto Centaur Warrunner, and Lion again uses that mana drain without a whole lot of effectiveness at top. So now he's just working on the mana back for his Earthspike once again. We'll only have one of them, when they could have had a really good gank with the Witch Doctor. There's a stun out onto Centaur Warrunner. A bit lucky with the stun there, and they get the double Earthspike as well. There's a what is it called? Unstable Concoction, that's what it is. Like, I have to take a little bit more to think about these sometimes. I think because I'm not as into the game anymore. Unsurprisingly, the Alchemist at the top of the net worth. He's got his armlet. Yeah, I just haven't been as much into the game anymore, so recalling these abilities is not as easy for me as it used to be. Been off my game too much. It's also kind of because it's slightly difficult to break into the Dota scene. Like, I almost get the feeling like you could be the best caster in the world, and if you don't have enough of a social following, you're not really going to get anywhere. And people say all the time, when you are a content creator or a caster, you have to offer something unique from the rest of the community, and just being a good caster isn't really going to do anything there. Libby will get caught out in the middle of the river, and he turned around to try to put out an auto attack. That's really the only thing that he could do there. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Delta could get chased down by the Bristleback. Abaddon is here, and he's going to be the only one left. Juggernaut TP's back. He has the Blade Fury available, but Morphling just goes right in for the waveform, popping the aphotic shield, and that Illuminate is not going to hit Morphling either as he morphs a little bit of strength. There's the stun. Yoshi has another waveform. That's number 3 there. He just cleans up the Juggernaut with that as well, picks up the double. I don't know. That was a little bit depressing about the caster talk. It's just a reality because you're not going to be able... It's a catch-22 as well. It's like, by casting the better events, you have access to getting to cast the other better top-tier events. But the thing is, until you cast those events, you're not really going to get that opportunity for the most part. I mean, obviously people make it up to the top sometimes, but you can't just be a good caster anymore. There's far fewer spots for good casters than for people who actually offer something new to the scene. Now, Morphling jumping on to Baba Jolie a little bit, but he's actually going to hold off a little bit with the Adaptive Strike. Didn't quite have the range for it. Juggernaut over to the side here. Has an Omni Slash available, but I wouldn't really suggest using that out onto a Morphling. He might just dive the tower here. Delta's actually going to be forced to TP away. Very scared of... What is it? Hot singles in your area. They switched the Juggernaut over to top for now. And Rock might find it difficult to play against this one. Omni Slash used, but he just armlet toggles through it. Centaur's going to come around the backside here. Unstable Concoction is there, but he's already used the Stampede to get through. And Rock gets away. He's a healing word to get back up there. Maybe they decide to go in onto the Alchemist, but he's getting a little bit of help here as well. Morphling getting into the fight will get hit by the Illuminate as soon as he gets there, but Rock is going to be blinding lit. 420 blaze it. It's not 420 anymore though, it's 421. Blinding lit though. I kind of like that over to the side, making sure that he loses all of his mana there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage empowers me.
We'll see how aggressive Libby gets with the ganks around the map. At bottom, you're going on to Era. Should have the stomp and the double remnant in. Double edge makes sure that the bristleback is cleaned up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alchemist continues with his farm. He's got 3,000 gold, nearly out of radiance. Personally, I'd like to see a couple of other builds for the Alchemist, especially since, like, as my good friend put it, I'll probably rely on him quite a bit. So with an Alchemist, you have the ability to be 1 or maybe even 2 items above the enemy team's carry at any given, well, once you get your farm up in the game. So you can get that up quite quickly, and the radiance is kind of expensive. And while the Alchemist can build it very well, it's going to take a while to do it, so you're kind of delaying your impact a little bit, and using that on a radiant set is probably better for continuing to farm, which an Alchemist is good at anyway. So you go for a Maelstrom, you get the farming speed up quite quickly. Kind of that old style build on Alchemist, where you can farm up fast and still do some huge damage without just being tanky. Over at top, they're thinking about getting in here. Omni Slash is back up for Delta. Rock is still pushing in with the... Jesus. It's Alchemist Rage. Chemical Rage. Top lane Delta looking for the pick off, but what the heck? Lion... Oh, he went Tranquil Boots right into a Blink Dagger, so he already had the boots right up when he started the game. So he goes right for a Blink Dagger, picks it up at about 14 minutes, which seems to be a pretty good timing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What else do we have? Ember Spirit. Oh my gosh, he's going Battle Fury? Where is this, the 1960s? I'm just kidding. It's not the 1960s. And it seems like hot singles in your area are again going for the Aghanim Scepter build up on Morphling to get an extra Bristleback walking around. The Courier is going to get into the trees. Unsurprisingly, Baba Julie doesn't do too much damage as Staccato. Now he's a bit far in here. Yoshi on the backside, lots of damage there. Could get the waveform through. Gets the damage out onto 3 heroes, and that's more than enough for him. He's morphing up his strength so that Delta can't get the Omni Slash well onto him. Now he's surrounded by creeps as well. It's not really a good place for a Juggernaut at all. He'll take out 2 at top. With Rock still pushing in the mid lane. Has enough money for a Sacred Relic and can buy the Radiant soon. What's our net worth lead at? Obviously pretty skewed in the dire side direction. But it's about 7,000 in favor of hot singles in your area right now. Bristleback trying to get as much effectiveness out of his passive right now. A Vanguard, so he's really difficult to kill right now. Taking the mana away from him kind of blows. But he does want to cast the Quill Spray as much as possible. Stun out onto Coddle with a Death Ward there as well. Can't kill a Coddle. Nearly the Aghanim Scepter for Yoshi. So we'll see what... I mean, they've got the Alchemist and the Bristleback that they can use the Aghanim Scepter with. They got a lot of utility for pushing there. And now Delta's just merely at a Yasha. Believe the Battle Fury... Yeah, it's been picked up for Ember Spirit. Just going the damage build on him. I don't know, I guess this lineup is supposed to come online as soon as Morphling gets the Ags, which he's 350 gold away from right now. Alchemist has a Radiance right now. And he'll soon be getting the boost of travel. Now Yoshi, over to the side, he's going to get blasted in the face. He's going to waveform away. Doesn't have the mana leak on him anymore, but he's still staying in the same place. Almost like he was trying to bait the Radiant side. Spirit still has done a lot of farming. Oh, there's the Ember Spirit that's getting hexed and fingered. It's a lot of violation in mid. Not a good time for Ember Spirit at all. Still has the Remnant at mid, but he's dead for 40 seconds. It's a level 14 Ember Spirit. I mean, I guess the Battle Fury helps with the high ground defense. I'm getting hungry. I've been casting for... Well, this stream has been live for nearly 4 hours. Teams have had kind of large breaks between their games. And I was supposed to be coding today as well. I kind of procrastinated a lot. But I still got a lot of work done. The top lane does get taken by the Alchemist. He doesn't have his his Chemical Rage up, but the Morphling is there to help. And oh, wrong time to use your Armor Toggle or Adaptive Rage or Adaptive Strike rather from Yoshi is gonna kill off the Juggernaut, but he gets killed off on the backside as well. by Centaur Warrunner. Now hot singles near area, still going for the mid tower, but it could be a 3v4 here actually. With Era still losing a lot of his mana, he'll try to get away. Earthspike hits out into Centaur Warrunner, and he's going to get hit with the Malediction. With Era chasing him down, one more slap is going to do it. Master Z34 keeps Bristleback out of the fight. Illuminate still coming through, doing the full damage to Era, who was getting smacked right in the face with it. And poor Witch Doctor got the Battle Fury given over to him, or the Battle Fury cleave passed over to him by Bristleback and ended up dying as a result of that. 1 for 1. Centaur Warrunner does have his Blink Dagger up, so he decided to rush that over a Hood of Defiance. What's our net worth at now? Still at about 7,000. This one's like a watch pot never boils. Boost of Travel, I believe, now being delivered for Alchemist. So he's continuing with his build. But we've got a couple of Boosts of Travel on the map now, with the Ember Spirit getting his as well. Yoshi, what does he have? He's got his Aghanim Scepter, but he's not even leveled his ultimate yet. Still has that ability though.
Money changes hands.
Why am I moving in for Delta? Sorry, when you're casting for 4 hours, you can get a little bit hungry. I'm totally not eating though. That was unrelated topic, obviously. I don't even know if they can go into the Bristleback here. He's got quite a bit. Oh, he's going. Oh my gosh, he's going Aghanim Scepter. So they're going Aghanim Scepter on Morphling, Aghanim Scepter on Bristleback. They'll get a Bristleback hybrid, snotting all over the place, and he just gets a double Bristle out for 2 kills. 2 for on the mid lane. However, on top, we still have Radiant managing to take a tier 1 tower there, so it's an even trade for now. They're going to move forward for a tier 2. Yoshi is doing some good damage to the tower. I guess this damage might be delayed a little bit with the Aghanim Scepter, but it's just a strat for hot singles in your area. They'll be forced to get away. Oh, not getting the blink off by Darth Heisenberg. The wedge does go out into Yoshi, and now the TP comes in from Alchemist. This could be a good fight for the Dire side. They've got Alk in with the alchemical, no alchemical rage at all. Kind of got a long cooldown, but there's the, oh my god, all the snot all over the place for Bristleback. He is low on mana. He might actually want to invest on getting some of that. So much snot there going all over the place. I mean, they really should just go for the tier 2 tower. It's already quite low. They already took the tier 2 tower in bottom as well. They can just take this. The fortification already down. And hot singles in your area. Cleaning these towers off the map this time. So right now, it seems like Alchemist keeps on showing up to fights without his alchemical rage up. Next item will be a Manta style, which he's still building up super quickly. 23 minutes in, he's just got a huge amount of items. And Era's also finished up his Aghanim Scepter. Now, like I said, he might want to invest in some mana regeneration items, which it sounds kind of weird on Bristleback. Maybe he gets like a Shiva's Guard to increase the intelligence. Although Bristleback's surprisingly smart for a strength hero. If you take a look, he gains 2.8 intelligence per level. So he actually gets quite a bit. I believe that might have been one of the things that kept getting buffed along with his other abilities. It's really high for a strength hero. If you look in contrast, Alk gains a full level of intelligence less per level. What about the line? What does he get? 3.0 per level, so a little bit more than Bristleback. Imagine that. Bristleback is nearly as smart as Lion, although that is a guy who went to hell. So you never know. And the Cloud's intelligence is 2.8, so his mind's going a little bit. But the Bristleback is still as smart as Caudle per level. Let's actually look at the numbers right now. 76 intelligence, 50 intelligence. So right now, Bristleback is indeed smarter than Caudle. That's the conclusion right there. Oh, Centaur going over to the side here. Master Z34 is going to have to run and out, and the Caudle Blast Illuminate right in the face of Bristleback. He's going to lose all of his mana here, but look at all this snot that he's sending out. He's going to get stunned. This is pretty much all of his mana, has some magic stick available. And, well, see you, Mr. Courier. Lion picks it off. Is that a... Oh, that was actually, I guess, a TP scroll and the ultimate orb for Juggernaut. Gets lucky with the Omni Slash bounces to get the Lion. They'll use the Stampede as well. Rock trying to juke this out. It looked like he was going for some Manta dodges, like he was trying to micro the... Oh, that's some armlet nurse right there, making the health not apply right away. So with that, hot singles in your area lose 2. And the Radiant want to try to pursue this one. They still have a Blink Dagger on Centaur. Meanwhile, the Dark go over to the mid lane, looking possibly for Delta, but they're not going to find him. The Initiate can re-come in. Libby's there, but Bristleback wants to stop him as well. There's some really big damage on the Witch Doctor. Aphotic Shield pops, and that's going to be the kill. Meanwhile, Era still wants to get something done here. Long Range Finger, that's going to kill off Centaur, and they still have a lot more work here to do. Era's got no bounds. He keeps on going for these heroes. Juggernaut tries to get out, but one more blast of the close is going to do it, and they get it. Ember Spirit does end up falling. Oh no, he hasn't fallen. He's the only one to stay alive, but 4 are dead on Jan-Michael Vincent's side, and hot singles in your area. Oh, there's the unstable concoction. It's still following Ember Spirit. They'll get the tier 3 tower. Air is very low, doesn't have the Aegis. He doesn't fall though, luckily for him. Turn into a frog. Can the Alchemist do anything here? He doesn't. There's the unstable concoction, and he's actually going to stun himself right now, I guess. I don't know. Fortification is there. They're actually going to leave. With all these heroes getting back up, that is the pertinent decision to make. I'm surprised they didn't get a little bit greedier and take the melee racks, but I'm fine with it. It makes a lot of sense. Alchemist can get back and maybe farm a little bit more for his Archer and core as well, so he's got more uptime on his Chemical Rage. With the tier 3 tower down, Libby valiantly starts to work on the shrine over near the secret shop, and that's going to be contested by Centaur. He's got the blink available, goes right for Libby, takes him right down with the double edge, and Libby isn't going to do damage to the A5 shield. It's not going to matter though, because hey, we've got the Sleight of Fist there to kill him off. 23 ones now for the Lion. He wants to get an Aghanim Scepter next. You can see those graphs, very beautiful graphs. It's going to be all burst for the Morphling. It's an interesting ability icon for a hybrid as well. I don't know if I've seen him use hybrid. He probably has. Maybe it was that one in the mid lane. Oh, what was that? It's popping the concoction stupidly early. Could have used the Manta dodge on that dude. But you kind of don't want to use the Manta with the Chemical Rage being down anyway. There's the E-Blade, picking it up right away from the secret shop. And the call goes out to push in the top lane. Bristleback alone in mid. He's got the Blinding Light and the Mana Leak put on him. Not a great time at all. And he needs a couple of TPs. The Stomp is there to kill or get him a little bit lower, but he's still chasing these guys down. He loses all of his mana there. Rock moving in, has the unstable concoction, and Babo Jolie is just going to be burnt right now. Burnt to a crisp. Tries to get her on the side, but there's only so much he can do against that one. Morphling takes the kill. And hot singles in your area, they can still try to take that tier 2 tower top. I don't really see the push mid going all that well for them. And they'll finally be able to finish off the shrine. Get a little bit of gold for themselves. So what that means is that hot singles in your area, they'll have a little bit more of a net worth lead as they go for the tier 2 tower on top. We've got Bristleback sitting on a Vlad's, a Vanguard. And boosted travel, kind of early for the boosted travel, but honestly, I don't know if he's going to mind too much right now. And Lions going for the Aghanim Scepter. I'm surprised that all of them went for Aghanim Scepter so early. They could have just had the Alchemist feed them to him, but I doubt too many Alchemists are going to be that generous. Like, he'd basically be farming for the entire early game. There's the Stampede looking right for Sir Royce, but he gets a beautiful Earthspike out into the Centaur Warner, keeping him alive for a little bit longer, but now he's running right into the Juggernaut, and he has to get away from that. The spin is not going to happen, though. Maledict should take down the Centaur Warner. Meanwhile, Alchemist fighting right up against Delta. Era trying to get away from that one, but Morphling goes in and gets the kill on Juggernaut, looking for another one right now. Rock coming in. I almost thought that was a GG for a second. Like, I'm getting triggered so hard by some of these. Babo Jolie has the 8-5 shield, but Morphling is not going to be stopped at all. There's the adaptive strike for the kill. Stick does manage to get back, but tier 2 tower in a lot of trouble, and Lion's also gone to go help out bottom. He gets some gold for himself as well. Smoke gets used. They could go for Roshan. They have a lot of different options right now. They could also go and wow. They could go and pick up the Aegis from Roshan if they really felt like it. They've got an double damage unit there as well. They're saving it for Morphling, who doesn't seem to be too worried about it. He's like, nah, guys, I'll get a bounty rune. It's okay. Passing the 4-minute mark on this cast. Actually, we did that 5 minutes ago. But there's our Aegis, putting it on to the Morphling. They got double damage now on Bristleback, and they've got only eyes for the set of racks at mid. Level 20 on Bristleback. He's got +4 Goose Stacks, works very well with the Aghanim Scepter. And Centaur's doing a little dance. That net worth continues to plummet in favor of hot singles in your area. You did end up losing game number 1, had a very close game number 2, but now it is all the hot singles in your area story. Manually could get out onto the Bristleback. We've got a blink to the backside. Centaur's going to pick off the Witch Doctor. A lot of these heroes getting low. Remember that Bristleback is the one with the Aegis, and he's managed to take out the Centaur. Lion's so low on the backside, they really do need to take down the... Oh wait, it wasn't even Bristleback with the Aegis. Why did I say that? I'm stupid. It was Morphling. I'm dumb. Casters, it's 1:50, nearly 2 a.m. in the morning. That's my excuse. I've been up for a while. Royus could get blasted in the face with the Illuminate, just dodging it there, but here comes the Ember Spirit, and the Flight of Fist kills him off. Morphling still trying to take these heroes down. Waveform up in a second, but Alchemist is getting back in the fight. He doesn't want to run at all. Waveform out is going to manage to get him away, and the Adaptive Strike, he's trying to morph a little bit of strength here. Master's still chasing him. Meanwhile, Delta, next to his own shrine, Master Z34 manages to kill the Morphling, and right now Rock has to get out. G34 gets the Sleight of Fist into Searing Chains, but there's the Unstable Concoction. Pops it on the Lincolns of Ember Spirit, but he's going to be burnt right down. He was the Ember Spirit, but he's going to find the flames betraying him here. And Alchemist is just a bit too tough to kill right now. 4,500 gold after that fight. And I'll just leave the illusion in mid. Does he actually buy anything here? Aghanim Scepter. Who will be gifted the first Aghanim Scepter on the dire side? It's most likely not going to be the Lion. He's already going for it. It's the Witch Doctor, because he's the only one that trusts the Alchemist to get there eventually. Or the Alchemist could just gift it to himself. Kind of a stingy move. Ember Spirit has done pretty well on the net worth. He's got his Crystallis, and His Lincoln Sphere, good for some base defense. Definitely wants to finish off the Daedalus before any more substantial pushes come in from the Dire side. They did lose their Aegis in the last fight, and they give the Aghanim Scepter over to the Witch Doctor, who again is the only one that really didn't have an Aghanim Scepter being built up already. Lions nearly bought his. So that makes 3 members of the team that got Aghanim Scepter before the Alchemist even started gifting them to him. Kind of unfortunate. But the Dire side seem ready to push in through bottom. Full set of rocks mid have been taken. Looking to get another one here. Blinding Light again on the Bristleback. There's no Aghanim Scepter on the Keeper. He hasn't really been able to farm too much. And Bristleback is not happy about all these mana leaks, but he's certainly not worried too much about them. Pushes will keep on coming in. Trying to push through a Kato can be difficult, but they have an Alchemist to play on the front lines who will Manta style. I don't even know if that takes off Blinding Light. Looks like it might. Here comes the Aghanim Scepter Finger out by the line on the 2. Abaddon's going to get stunned, but he's got the bar time to get himself away, but Delta might not be so lucky. Unstable Concoction, and that's 1 kill for Rock. He's going a bit deep with the unstable, or the Chemical Rage still going, and now Master could get caught out. Centaur getting some nice damage, but oh wow. Beautiful triple stun from Sir Royce. And he gets a triple kill! Oh my god. Oh, we should call this guy a triple kill because he just got a triple kill. Wow. Holy shit. Hot singles in your area. Takedown 4. Lion going around with the Aghanim Scepter, wreaking havoc on the Radiant side. They might have seen their Witch Doctor get killed off, but now here comes the vengeance from the Dire side. Master Z34, he doesn't get out of that one, and the top lane already being worked on by Rock. Second game going 90 minutes. First one pretty much a stomp in favor of 5-gen Michael Vincents. But this time it's hot singles in your area who come back in game number 3, and they might have just gotten themselves mega creeps. They're gonna focus on these heroes a little bit more, trying to go for the kills. E-Blade, Adaptive Strike, sucking the mana out of Master Z34. Lion gets hit in the face with the Illuminate, but now it's megas in favor of the Dire side. 5-gen Michael Vincents playing for their lives here, but Rock, he is trying to shut the door on those dreams. Is it going to be enough though? Master Z34 has to get away. That Death Ward doing so much work for the Witch Doctor, but Rock is going to fall to the last stomp. Bristle back in the middle fight. He's taking a lot of damage here, and he can't get much going with the Octarine Core. Cooldown very low here on the Quills, and he manages to kill off the Juggernaut, who has buyback available, but I don't know if he even really wants to come back here. He might just let his team die. He does buy back, actually. It's time for him to get right back in. Master Z34 getting another one, but he's on the silence for another 120 seconds. Hot singles in your area. They are burning up the competition right now. Rock looking for a little bit more. Unstable Concoction available, but he's not going to go in the base for this one, and Era is going to think better of going. Abaddon buys back. It is coming apart at the seams for 5-gen Michael Vincents, and that's going to be it. They will call it. It's been a long and hard series, well fought from both teams, but that's going to do it as hot singles in your area are coming to the semifinals. Crazy. So, it's nearly 2 a.m. There's not too much else to say after that one, except for congratulations to hot singles in your area for their advancing to the semifinals in the NAB division. And also thank you to 5-gen Michael Vincents. Eventually pronounced your name right in the end, but thank you for playing, and thank you for showing us some awesome matches in the Echo League. It's been a lot of fun, but unfortunately all fun things must come to an end eventually. But luckily for you guys, they will start up again in earnest pretty soon. So for now, I'm Pithy Lagoon with the Echo League Season number 1 NAB quarterfinals. Congrats to hot singles in your area for winning that one. And I think it's definitely time to wish you good night. And as always, cheers.